Right then. Someone moaned, didn't they, about you leaning backwards?
Yes.
What we need to do is get a little leash.
A leash, yes. I'm
elasticated, so you go back and then doing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm just lazy, but sometimes I'm trying to avoid talking all the time. So if I lean back, I think, oh yeah, I've stopped talking, and then I just start talking anyway, and then I realise and think, oh no, quick, and it's too late. It's too late.
Kev,
too late.
We need you talking all the time, Kev.
Talking all the time.
Just keep talking.
Facts about music. Then they recorded this in 1973. They recorded the album in E, but then when they performed it live, it was in B flat.
Oh, I wish our reviews were more like that, Kev.
Yeah, if only they were more like that, it would be brilliant.
It would. It would be truly unique.
No one talks about keys on YouTube. It's almost like no one knows anything about anything on YouTube.
YouTube is great, even though I'm quite sceptical about social media.
Someone commented on it. I missed it the first time, and it was in my brain. That remember we were talking about how our audience is like 99% male.
Yeah.
YouTube is overwhelmingly male. That's what they said, and that picked up. I think, isn't that interesting? That YouTube is overwhelmingly male.
So where did the girls go then?
I don't know.
The girls obviously hang out on the internet somewhere.
Maybe WhatsApp is more of a girls thing.
Oh no, I use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is probably the one useful thing on the internet. And the fact that it was bought by Facebook is an absolute travesty.
They own the internet.
Yeah. WhatsApp was this application with end-to-end encryption. It was all about privacy.
Yeah.
And it was bought by a company whose business model seems to be invasion of privacy.
Yes.
And it's sort of like, that's the way the internet's going. It's really...
Did you see that edit? It's an edit. It's a deliberate edit to make them look stupid, but it's of Mark Zuckerberg's thing before Congress.
No, I haven't watched it.
There's a brilliant edit of basically all the stupid things the congressmen asked and him answering them really easily. How do you make money if your subscribers don't pay anything? And of course, well, we run ads. Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
What a novel business model you've got there.
And there was things, but they were asking obvious questions, and he answers it, but he answers it in a sensible way. He didn't just say, if the question, it's a yes or no question in a sense. He doesn't say no. He says, well, yeah, we can't do that because da 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 da. And the senator says, but what does this mean? So can you or not? And you realise they don't.
They obviously don't know.
Why are they there? How have we got a society where they're there questioning him? So he gets away with it because they're morons, and they're the people we chose.
Well, a politician is theoretically not an expert. Yeah, they're there because they're not experts.
Yeah,
they are given advice by experts.
Well,
and they're supposed to weigh.
Well, they're given advice by experts, yeah, but
theoretically,
we've had enough of experts.
What we need is some corporate lobbyists to come in and give us a lot of money, and that will help us make our mind up.
Do you think Michael Gove said we've had enough of experts purely so people can repeat it forever? I mean, it just is so funny and so ridiculous. I'm going to be saying that for the rest of my life. People say it all the time. Well, we've had enough of experts, haven't we? Because it's just so stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I did have a little bit of a thought about this morning. It's weird how these things crop up. So the way that I was reading a little about modern technology and stuff like that, and what I've been looking for is I'm getting really down on technology. I mean, my life has been about technology essentially. Growing up and going to university and work has been about technology and all the great things it can do.
Yeah,
and I'm getting this real horrible sense that it's all being perverted for really nefarious ends.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's not liberating us, it's actually entrapping us. So you've got like these stories in Amazon warehouses of that workers are tracked in minute detail. Yeah, and it's even penetrating up the chain. So you got managers, there who have like technology on them that monitor their breaks, who they're talking to, that are customer focusing. They've got devices that can measure the tone of your voice and the kind of body language that you're giving. Basically, using technology to turn everyone below the board level down into staccanovites. Yeah, so it's super. And this seems to be an interim solution to the point where they can automate it. Yeah. So robots are going to take your job. Anyone who tells you otherwise are just, and they'll be the fairest. Anyway.
Well, that should be a good thing, but it isn't going to be a good thing.
Oh no, it's not, is it? I mean, there is no process in place for dealing with that. I mean, we were talking about the Birmingham thing, weren't we? There's going to be a congestion charge in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And we said, well,
that's good. It's a good thing. It's good,
but where is the pre-planning? People can't afford to get into Birmingham. So why isn't the process going to be in place to allow people to get into Birmingham before they introduce the congestion charge? Either increase public transport or some kind of platform for car sharing, carpooling, whatever it is. So you spread the cost over others. I mean, this should all be in place beforehand. But anyway, and the automation of jobs is predictable, and it has started, and it will, over a very short period of time, will expand and expand from the bottom up. It seems to be where it's going. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking at technology with a degree of suspicion now, an almost Luddite bent, and I was trying to look for some kind of information. What can I do as a technologist, as a programmer? Is there something I could try and get involved in that will recapture it for the people, sort of thing, or actually provide solutions to real world problems other than the bottom line's not big enough, or
Yeah. Do a Tesla. Yeah. Discover magic power over air for free. Something
like that. And the discussion got into information processing and stuff like that. And I'm sure I've covered this, I've read this before, but I mean, it was the way data is turned into information, is turned into knowledge, is turned into wisdom. So I think as you get further and further along that chain, the more and more subjective that is. So data is widely perceived to be completely not objective, which isn't quite true, because there is some selection going on as to what data you collect.
Yeah.
But then you organise that raw data, or whatever you call it, into something you can use as information. But obviously then you are selecting how you want to use that data. And part of that is your motivations for using that data. So it becomes slightly more subjective.
Yeah.
Then you add your own experience onto that information, and it becomes knowledge, something that you can use. But obviously that's nearly, is that more subjective than objective? I don't know. Wisdom, by the time it gets to wisdom, that sort of ineffable thing, it's not clear how knowledge becomes, obviously there is wise people, what have they done to that knowledge, to turn it into wisdom? We don't know.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Nobody knows. But it becomes more and more subjective. Yet along the lines, that subjectivity is taken out of it as it's reported.
Yeah, it becomes true.
And I think people pick up on that. I think people do pick up on that, and that's where the suspicion of experts goes. There is an element of subjectivity when an expert tells you something, but yet you are supposed to treat it as cast iron fact.
Yes, and that's why people are reacting in such a ridiculous. Their reaction is ridiculous and hilarious, but that's why, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the real reason why, isn't it? Yeah. The lizards really are changing the facts. The new. Changing the results with his noodly appendage. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. We've gone into politics again, Kev. Have you got anything non-political to talk about?
Well, the thing is, that was actual politics. And that's fine. That's what I'm calling not politics. the Mickey Mouse pantomime show, that's the thing we shouldn't talk about. That's the thing people we shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah.
So, because those people don't care about any of that, what we were just saying. That's not personalities and he said this.
And then he tweeted this.
And then the next day, I didn't say that. That's politics. That's what it is. Yeah. And he's the suit he wears. I don't like the clothes he wears.
Yeah.
It's the wrong clothes.
Why doesn't he get a proper suit?
But I like his smile. He's got a good smile. That's politics.
Is that going on our politics channel?
I think that can... Yeah, the trimmed one will go on.
So you're going to trim it,
yeah? I'll do that again, because that'll work quite well, I think.
Yeah.
I'll take out anything that's